I think basically I've started um, trying to actually do something. I think I was actually procrastinating for such a long time,
Yeah.
sort of fearful of, I don't know, I don't know what, but I've basically been, I think I've got some sort of feeling, and I don't know if it's a core feeling or if it's whatever it is, but I've been trying to sort of sit in it, and I can't seem to get anywhere with it. I just sort of feel slight sort of anxiety, and then that's kind of it.
Okay.
It's I can't, you know, when you did a little bit of work with me, I kind of felt it immensely, and I just can't seem to sort of
Get
do
yourself
that
back
again.
there.
No.
Okay. So, do you want to do it again? Do you want to just try and trigger that feeling again?
Yeah, because I wasn't sure before whether it was anything major, and it was kind
Okay.
of like a periphery thing. But
Yeah.
I think I think sadness is something that I experience quite a lot. I feel quite a lot, but because I'm eating so much to mask it, I kind of don't think I'm
Feeling it.
feeling it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, describe then the sadness for me.
Um, it's it's kind of like a. I find it really hard to describe. So it feels like it's. I just feel sort of like sad in my heart, but in my
Uh,
throat at the same time.
yes. Yeah.
That's the sort of the
So
best I
that's a
can get.
lovely description. I think that's a lovely description of sadness. Sadness in your heart and in your throat at the same time.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
and that will be, I would hear that quite often in session.
Okay.
So describe it to me. So have you got it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So describe it as a sensation in your body.
So it feels like how heartburn, I would imagine, would feel, but kind of deeper.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
not as, yeah, just deeper is probably the best way I can describe it. Sort of in my, I'm putting it in my chest,
Yeah.
but I can feel it all in my throat as well.
Okay. So excuse me, if it had a shape, if it had, describe the sensation of it. Is it flat and heavy, or sharp, or dull, or what's the shape of it?
Um, I think it's just like the heartburny, like it feels like it's just sort of slight tingly, burny, sort of.
Tingly and burny.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and does it move, or does it stay solid, or how does it behave?
it's kind of just all sort of tingling around there.
Yeah. And
That's
so it moves just around one part.
yeah.
Okay. So, and is it, if it was a color, what color would you give it?
I don't know. I think before when I did this, I could straight away give it to you, but I think because I've been trying to do it earlier, I'm kind of
Stay in the feeling of it.
yeah.
Just stay in the feeling of it. Just stay in the feeling of it.
I'd say orange.
Yeah.
That was
Okay. Orange or red. Is
yeah.
that kind of tones it?
Yes. Yeah.
And if it was to speak, if it had words, what would be the words that it would have?
Um, I think I'm trying to remember what I thought earlier, but I shouldn't do that, should I?
Don't do that. No, just stay on it. No.
Um, um, I think it's just this overwhelming of I just feel sad, and
It just seems like sadness.
yeah.
Sadness.
Sorry, it's not very giving you very much.
No, you're okay. Stay where you are. You're doing great. You're doing great. So then our next understanding is your earliest memory or memories of that feeling, when you remember feeling that really strongly.
I remember feeling stood in a shop when a song came on, and I just felt it overwhelmingly. And on New Year's Eve, I used to get it every year.
Wow. Okay, well done, Kirsty. Stay there. Are you feeling it really strongly now? Good, care. Well done. Let that build. Let it build, and it's not going to do anything. Now, what's happening? What's happening in the feeling of that? What's your mind doing?
I just feel like I can't swallow. That's what it feels like. I just can't. I don't know. I can't. Like it's like it's getting bigger, and I can't. Nothing will go past it.
Let it rise. Let it be bigger. Let it be bigger in your body. Just let it build for you a wee minute.
It's going into my head.
Yeah, that's right. Let it go. It's going to pass in about 2 minutes. About a minute. Just let it build there. All right.
Yeah.
Explain what's happening to it now.
It's just rising, and I just feel really hot. My head's sort of fuzzy and it's hurting right here.
Yeah. Okay. So this feeling that you're experiencing now, what are you doing? What did you say?
I can't stop shaking.
Yeah. That's your response to it. Yeah. What language is your head using here? Is it scared?
I just feel sick.
You feel sick?
Yeah. I don't know if I feel scared. It's just uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. Okay. When you feel sick, is it hitting your tummy now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're talking. Okay. What feeling is it in your tummy?
Just churning. I don't know what it is. It's just churning.
Okay, explain the tummy to me.
I just feel like it's like this gut feeling of just not being good enough at things, not doing it right.
There it is. Well done. Not good enough, not doing it right.
Yeah.
Okay, now give me your memory of that.
I don't know. This is what I think I can't get past.
What can't you get past?
I just feel like I felt like a lot, but I don't know specifically when.
Just stay.
That's the hard thing.
Stay in the feeling. Stay in that gut wrenching stomach feeling. Not the sadness, the gut wrenching stomach feeling that gave you the words not good enough. Stay there. Describe that to me in feeling. Describe it in sensation. Describe it in weight. Describe it in shape. What are you seeing? What are you feeling?
It's just like a washing machine. It's just going over and over and over. It's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, so it's moving, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's moving. Is it dull and heavy or sharp? What's it like?
It's dull and heavy.
Dull and heavy, it's moving. Does it move up through your body or what does it do?
No, I feel like I've got the stomach, but I've got other things else. Like just got the pain in my head, and it's like I think it's moved from my chest, but it's. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
That's okay. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great description of it. You're doing a great job. So that feeling in your tummy, stay there. And
I think I've just got these flashes of things when I was a child, to just being told off over the top for what a child might do.
Brilliant. Your flash is coming. The flashes are showing you're a small child and you're being told off, and it seems disproportionate.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it fits.
No, I didn't understand that I did it wrong, but it was wrong. But I didn't understand it. It wasn't meant for that.
Okay. Well done. Stay there. Well done, Kirsty. Is it coming now? Well done. Let it come. What are you saying in those moments to yourself? What are you saying?
I'm just saying that I didn't realise, and I wouldn't have meant that, and I just felt so sad that someone had thought that I would be like that, and I didn't know that it would upset somebody.
Okay. Well done. This is the best work you've ever done. Well done. I'm just going to give this back to you. I'm going to let you hear this. All right?
Okay.
You are somewhere. You are somewhere, and there's something's been said, something's been done, but it's not the way you meant it. It's not the way it should be. And they've believed something about you. Not true, not right, not real. You didn't know. And there's this feeling that is inside you of sadness that someone would see you in that way.
Yeah.
That you didn't know it was wrong.
No.
Do you remember where you were?
I think I was just stood on the street with my mum, and I'd said something about my brother, but it was something that you wouldn't normally share with other people. I didn't realise that. I don't know how old I was. Maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something.
Okay. So you shared something that you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But you didn't realise because
No.
you're only 7.
Yeah. As soon as it was explained to me, I understood.
Yeah. And your mother's response was?
Just over the top, upset aggression. She would get upset, which is what she does. She feels it herself, and she gets over the top upset, and just didn't explain it to me in a calm way.
Okay, so it's aggressive. It's forceful.
It's just pure over the top emotion is the best way to describe it.
Okay, and your response to that is
Just
what?
Cower, just not cower, but just go inside myself.
Yeah, and your thought is. So what changes in that moment about yourself? What do you know in that moment that you never knew before about yourself?
That I can be nasty, I think is what it is, but I'm not.
How does that feel?
Sad, angry. I feel angry about it.
There you go, Joel. I am nasty. And you've held that, have you?
Yeah.
And you feel sad about that because it wasn't true.
No, it's like the opposite of what I try to always be.
Yeah. And do you overcompensate for that constantly?
Probably, yeah.
How does that work out in the now?
Okay, mostly, but then sometimes I'll respond in a over the top to things where people are just talking normally and having a discussion about something, and I'll think, oh, they mean I'm this, they think I'm that, and I'm horrible, I've done it wrong again, and not on top of it. And
so I hear 3 things.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this back to you. I've done it wrong. So you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
You're horrible. And the third thing was, I didn't quite catch the third thing, but there's a third thing that comes. Yeah. What's the third thing?
I can't. My brain's gone to mush.
It's all right. We'll watch it again. And you'll get it. You'll catch it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I lost the third.
No, it's okay.
So what you're saying is that in this interaction, what we know about this stuff is as was then, as is now.
Yeah.
So what you've just shown me is that you had this interaction with your mother where you did something wrong, you said something, and that you were seen as nasty or horrible, and that you were trying to make amends for it, but you were surprised by how you were seen. You were hurt by how you were seen.
Yeah.
That's the third thing, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hurt by how you're seen.
Yeah. That's right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So that then was, you've done something wrong, you're a horrible person, and you're hurt by by it not being as it was. You're hurt by how they view you, how they see you. You're surprised and hurt. And does that those 3 things show up in the now really, really, really sharply for you?
Yeah, but I think it's hard because I don't see her anymore. So things like that would come up more with her than perhaps other people I surround myself with.
Yeah. So when you give me that description of the now, and you were saying that you react, really,
I'm defensive.
Yeah, really defensively.
Yeah.
What you think other people feel about you.
Yeah. It's kind of like it touches a nerve, and then I go hugely defensive, and then that can create its own, situation.
Horribleness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that creates the conditions for your horribleness, which you feed back on yourself.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I want you to hear this, Kirsty, because this is incredibly vital. All right, I feel maybe not, right? But what you're saying is because you have this wound inside you, that means that you think people think you do wrong, and that people think you're horrible, and that you're so wounded by how people feel about you that you're on high alert.
Yeah.
And if you get any notion whatsoever that they could be doing any of that to you, thinking that, feeling that, so even if they look the other way,
Yeah.
you respond in such a heightened state.
Yeah. And I don't always verbalize it. Sometimes it's internalized, but
Yeah.
But it's there.
But it's there, and then it comes across as you being horrible.
Yeah.
Which you then use to reaffirm the belief
Yeah.
that you already have.
Yeah.
And such is life.
Yeah. Totally makes sense.
Well, am I making sense to you?
Yeah. I don't know.
Does that feel like that's because I only gave you back what you were giving me?
It feels alien, but it also feels right.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like you've never known it, but you feel like you've known it.
Yeah, exactly that. I feel like in a couple of days I might sort of understand it more rather than
well, just take your time
like
tonight.
Looking at somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. And how brave of you to do that. That was incredibly brilliant.
I just felt like I had to go for it.
Yeah, and well done. But let's recap it. There's two feelings. Did you see the way there was multiple feelings in it? When you watch this back, no, you're on it just yeah. So do you want to hear you're out of it now again, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm out of it, yeah.
Yeah, you can see the difference in your physical makeup when you're out of it. You couldn't even look down the camera at me.
No, I couldn't, no.
Well done. You did really well there. Now to hold that. Really, really well done. Let me give you back what I saw. All right. I saw a feeling that presented itself in your heart. I saw a feeling that presented itself in your chest. That feeling seems to represent the second part, or the third part, the last part, which is sadness.
Yeah.
That you're seen in that way.
Yeah.
So the chest feeling is representing I can't believe anybody would think that of me, and especially Mum, and how hurt am I?
Yeah.
But the minute we start to feel into that and let that build physically in your body, what was so amazing was you allowed the feeling right into the bottom of your stomach. And that started to change language, and it started to change shape, and it started to change the way it spoke. And immediately, the minute you went into that feeling, you gave the words, I've done something wrong, and I've done not knowing, and you start to see. That gave you the memory.
Yeah.
That gave you all the pictures, all the memory.
Is that definitely, the case? Because I've been trying to sort of write down sort of memories, because they've been coming to me, lots of different memories, and I worry that because I've written that down, it's not the only one I've written down, that's come to me because I've done that. Could that happen, or is that?
Yeah, if you've gone with a feeling, if you've allowed the feeling to lead the way, then it's all correct.
Yeah, no, I definitely did. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of the ones I wrote down. That's what it happened to be.
Yeah, so if you've allowed the feeling to lead the way, the feeling never lies. Never.